especially Andrew Daly. You're facing a very young team. They don't have a lot of that talent they had in previous years, and being able to have guys with speed, they're able to clear the ball. They're getting guys newer in that spot to help clear the midfielder spot. So you're really pretty much doing whatever you can to take advantage of a lot of inexperience on Brockport's end.
Yeah, exactly. And coming off of so far this season, Brockport is clearing the ball 72% of the time, which is a phenomenal stat, but they are really having trouble against this Lakers 10-man ride. So as you said, what is Nick Fiorentino saying in this timeout currently? He's got to be telling his players to bring the physicality and move the ball a little bit quicker to be able to get over the midfield line and help set this team up on the offensive side of the field.
Kind of just goes back to fundamentals with the term that I know my old lacrosse coach said in high school, quick sticks. You got to be able to get the ball out of your stick fast, move it up down the field, at least to be able to just get over the center field line and just get the substitutions on for the offensive midfielders, and at least give some time for your offense to finally work. Because the biggest issue also for Brockport this season, Jared Kulik has been shelled constantly. He leads the entire conference of Empire 8 in saves per game with 20. He has been shelled constantly. Hawkins will take the draw against Sirota. Actually, the Leclerc came on a man up on a penalty that went against Brockport. It was on Chaffin, didn't get to see it there, but the draw was won by Sirota, as Angelo was able to get it, and now Leclerc will have it up top, being marked up by Donahue. Leclerc now moving down low as the fog starts to come in as he takes it behind GL Lee at X. Now Coney feeds it up top. So he gets it over to McConnell. McConnell marked up by Donahoe. He's going to try and draw him in to see if they can pick his situation. Goes for the split dodge. But great defense from Donahoe, just staying on his hips. Looks like we got to stop a cheer for a penalty as Donahoe got a little too high up on McConnell. Just cross-checked him in the back. And once again, there'll be another man-up opportunity here for the Lakers.
Yeah, the Lakers so far this season have 5 man-up goals, 1 coming from this game. And if they can keep drawing penalties from this Golden Eagles defense, I think they're going to finish A-OK in this game and get a few goals in the back of the net off of these man-up opportunities that they have been getting so far this game.
So it'll be a 1-minute penalty, and yeah, you're looking at Brockport when it comes to penalties. Discipline has been an issue for them. They're tied for first in penalties going into this game in the Empire 8 with 18. It is definitely, I'm sure, if you're Nick Fiorentino, who's very big on discipline, not very happy about it. Good knockdown by the sophomore junior AJ Thomas. Now it was a battle for the ground ball behind near X. Rolls out, and they're going to say it was last touched by Thomas, so it's going to be Oswego ball with 36 seconds on the man up, as it'll be Trey Jones who'll take it. And looks like Jones was up high to Coney. Starwood's at the top of the key, back to Coney. Cycling the ball around, try to see if they could find any openings. Good work from this man down unit of Brockport, really just popping out and playing aggressive.
And as you mentioned before,
and what a rip from Coney, doing the little Stephon Diggs first down celebration off the goal. Second man down goal of the game for Oswego, as what a dime of a shot from Hayden Coney, firing it sidearm lefty, bottom right corner, as Oswego takes the lead 2-1.
That is going to be his 10th goal of the season, leading this Oswego State Lakers team in points. He has 10 goals, 0 assists so far this season. He has been on an absolute roll, having 6 goals against Hartwick, 3 last game against Alfred, and 1 so far this game. He has been leading this Lakers offense to victories.
And it'll be a false start going against Hopkins. Again, this is the first time we're really starting to see him get some playing time. Didn't really get a lot his freshman year as a Fogo, as mostly Nicholas Ange was taking over. But a rough start to the season for Ange overall when it comes to the face-off die, going in with only a 33.7 face-off win percentage. So Brockport decided to make the change over to Hopkins, seeing what he can do. LeClaire tries to get it in front to Jones, almost got it. But Donahue will pick up the ground ball, and they'll get the clear going. The other issue with Brockport also going into this game was also their man-down unit. That they were ranked last in all of the Empire 8, and well, actually ranked 9th in the Empire 8 with a 61.1 success rate. And Daniel Wright just gets pickpocketed out of nowhere by Starwitz, was distracted and did not see Emmett Starwitz come up behind him. That is a rookie mistake on the junior from Geneva.
And that was technically the Golden Eagles' first successful clear of the day. They are 1-5 on clears. But just as you said, Starwitz pickpocketed that pass away to get the ball back.
Yeah, it was just like Wright never even saw him behind him. He was just waiting to see if the offense substitutions come on, and Starwitz just knocked it out of his stick. Now the offense getting set up for Brockport. So they try to get up top, and oh, Lord have mercy, bodies everywhere.
This is something that I have not seen out of the Oswego State Lakers defense yet this season. That is their third or fourth body check so far this game, putting the Golden Eagles on the ground. And that is something that I have not seen yet this season.
And it looks like it was going to be a slow whistle that's going to be going against Oswego, guessing for the hit that was on Brandon McClay. And now Wright's being bullied along the sideline. And it's going to be knocked down, and the ball is still loose. The ref still decided to let play go, and Zarko won't pick it up. So the penalty will be going against Stajkovski as he just absolutely obliterated the freshman Brendan McClay. At the end of the day, it's like Oswego's going with the mindset of they want to put Brockport into body bags at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly, Braden. The physicality has been there from the Lakers defense all game. But that is going to be their 16th penalty in 3 games for the Lakers so far.
Now the man-up unit comes on for Brockport along with the man-down unit for Oswego. Look at the man-up unit, 36.4 success. Well, actually 33.3 success rate for Brockport, ranked 2nd. The Empire 8 going against a really good penalty kill man-down unit of Oswego as they're able to get the ball out. 86.7 success rate going in with 6:03 left to go in this first quarter of action. If you're just tuning in, Oswego stayed up 2-1 against Brockport. Styles will have it up top. And he'll try to feed it down low as Brockport is going to be cycling around. And then a drop ball from Wright. He has been having a rough day so far, being pressured by Angelo. 15 seconds remaining on the man up. Again, up top to McClay, now to Styles. Try to feed it, and the shot saved by hand. Good chance near up top. That was coming from the help of Mason Michelle. And the man up is killed off successfully by Oswego as Angelo will take it.
This Oswego defense has been phenomenal over the last couple of years, being ranked top 10 in the nation for man-down penalty kills. They have done a fantastic job at making teams get turnovers and being able to get the ball back onto the Lakers side of the offensive field on the man-down opportunities.
The good thing they also do, I've noticed, is just not only just how physical and aggressive they are, but they do a good job really playing tight in towards the hole and then popping out when needed to take on whoever the ball carrier is. They do a really good job, and they're just very quick and smooth with that overall. That is, whatever Andrew Daly has set up for the man-down unit, it has worked so well. Elston moves it up top. It's McConnell. Trying to take it now behind GLE with 10 seconds on the shot clock, 4:19 to go in the first quarter. McConnell still being stood up. Good defensive work from Brockport. The last shot off the iron from Elston. And that is huge for Oswego as it resets the shot clock. But you got to give good credit defensively to Brockport. That was from Riley Alexander at the D-midi spot, who was really holding his own against McConnell.
McConnell, just a second-year player here at Oswego. Very small, but he loves to use his speed to get down the alley, get a quick dodge on the defender, and try to put one behind in the back of the net.
Strike that. It was not McConnell he was on. It was Postel, but good work by Oswego to keep the ball still in the offensive end as Logan Postel takes a check to the head, and the flag is thrown.
And that was a huge IQ play from freshman Joey Zarcone there, keeping the ball on the offensive side of the field when it was about to roll over to him, which would have caused an over and back, and it would have been Brockport's ball. But thanks to that stop, the Lakers get to keep it.
And the shot deflected off of one of the Brockport players and goes out of play. But again, that's going to be a stick check to the head, and that's going to be the second penalty that is going against Pat Donahoe. Going into this game, discipline has been... Actually, it looks like it's not going to be credited against him. Instead, that is going to be going against Reagan, the GCC transfer. So penalties already an issue for Brockport. 3 within this first quarter alone.
And the Lakers have been capitalizing off of these penalties. They are 2 for 2 on man-up opportunities currently with 3:15 left to go in the first quarter.
Elston up top, gets at the top of the key to Starwitz. Cycling over to Coney. Tries to get the pick, feeds it down to Elston. Try to feed it down low, and what a beautiful shot! And a catch coming from Postel on the man up.
That was absolutely phenomenal. Emmett Starwitz has a very high IQ when it comes to assists. He led the SUNY, he was second in the SUNYAC for assists the last 2 years, and he was able to find Postel on the crease for a wide open tap-in shot to get his first of the day against his former team.
Sure, that was sweet. Yep, for Postel going against his former team being that goal, but you got to give credit to Oswego for the way they set up the man up. Like Brockport's defense, they just seem to be completely sucked up towards the upper part of the field, leaving pretty much Postel open back door. Really tough shot for Kulik to even save.
Yeah, and I am guaranteeing that Coach Andrew Daly of the Lakers is absolutely ecstatic right now with his team being able to go 3 for 3 on their man-up opportunities.
And ball is loose. Sirota is able to get it, and he's being pressured and is still weaving his way through. And looks like a timeout was just called in time by Andrew Daly and the Lakers. Huge there as Sirota was basically trying to weave his way through and just swim dodge. Basically 4 defenders circling all around him.
Yeah, that was a great timeout call by Coach Andrew Daly. When you're in a situation like that, it's really hard to hear your teammates communicating to you, trying to get the ball to get into space. But when you're getting triple, quadruple teamed by this Brockport defense, it's very, very hard to get out of that.
And it's tough when you're faced, again, the other thing, too, you have to look out with Brockport is that they have one of the biggest components of this defense is the size. They have a lot of size. Donaghy's standing at 6'1". A.J. Thomas coming in at 6 foot. They have some bigger guys on defense that can lay the boom that you just have to be really careful about. So that was, at the end of the day, yeah, smart call by Daly to call the timeout. Also kind of give his guys a breather, but, hey, you maintain an offensive possession. You just got to keep the momentum rolling. Yes, you got the lead, but try and see if you can get any goals on even strength.
Yeah, exactly, Braden. And with 69 seconds left on the shot clock, 2:43 left in the first, the Lakers are looking for their 4th goal of the first quarter, and the Golden Eagles are looking to clear the ball out.
Oswego State, 3 unanswered goals already. We'll see if they'll be able to keep that streak going. As Coney will take the ball on the right wing, being marked up by the junior A.J. Thomas. Coney feeds it up to the top of the key. To McConnell now. Gets it to Starwitz. McConnell will back up as he's going to try and bring in Pat Donahoe. Goes for the split dodge. Gets the shot on the bouncer. Went to his lefty on that one, and it was just wide right. But it'll be backed up by A.J. Thomas. So he gets to it first for Brockport. Now they got the clear cone as the ball goes off of Luke Choffin's stick again. He's been having a little bit of issues trying to clear the ball out for Brockport, but they do so successfully. Now the offense will get set up.
And it looks like Brockport is finally looking to find their rhythm on the clearing, as they are now 2 for 8 on clears, starting to figure out how to beat this 10-man ride that the Lakers have been running.
Daniel Wright, the Geneva native, going left now, gets it up top to Zapula, who's out of his midfielder position. Great defense overall by Stachkovsky to stay on him as Styles feeds it down low. Now back up top to Rourke. Perry, the sophomore. Perry driving his way through. The shot was just high, but it goes off the stick of Reelman. And they're going to still say it's Brockport ball with 31 seconds on the shot clock. Reelman marked up by Zarcone. Fake the split dodge, now gets it up top to Sapula. Trying to bully his way through. Now feeds it down low. That was over to Gavin Wellington, the Orchard Park graduate. Perry tries to get it to Wellington and just off target. That was an excellent slide coming from Marr to force the double team and force the off-target pass.
Yeah, that was great defense out of the Lakers there to be able to get the ball back with very short time left in this first quarter.
Absolutely. 1:05 remaining in this first quarter of play. Marr gives it to Shamit's hand as they try to get the clear going. A spinner. Let's go a little split dodge as he just gets by. An excellent clear thanks to the help of Spinner. 46 seconds left to go in this first quarter of play. Oswego, I'm sure, going to still try to take their time, but try and see if they can get a chance off as pass was off target, and it's going to be over and back going against Oswego. So Brockport now has a chance to cut this lead to 1. Wellington has it. Feeds it down low to Styles, marked up by Marr. Have to look out for Styles. He has been one of the top freshmen for this Oswego team, going in with 8 points, and he leads the entire team with 6 goals. Wright has it with 20 seconds left, being marked up by Stevens. Goes to the dodge, tries to go to the top of the key. Rips the shot low, but what a nice save from Hand. Getting down low on his legs to be able to get that shot from the 5-hole, and a great stick check from Oswego's defense is coming in to help him out was Logan Lynn. And Zarcone will pick it up, and that will do it for the first quarter of play. Oswego State up 3-1 against Brockport going into the short break.
Yeah, both teams just brought the physicality on that last 30 seconds on the offensive and the defensive side of the field. Great shots, great job for Brockport being able to get over the top of these Oswego Lakers as they look to try to drive the middies down the alley. Brockport is looking to try to get over the top to open up the passing lanes, which they just did an absolute phenomenal job of.
Absolutely. Looking at just some of the stats overall, even though the score is still kind of tight, Oswego, they've looked a little bit more dominant overall. I mean, the ground balls, they have done a good job just being physical and be able to scoop through 13-4 in that category. One thing that Oswego State, I'm sure they would love to clean up on, is the shots on goals. They have 12 shots already, but only half of them have been on net.
Yeah, and that's something that the Lakers have been struggling with all year. They only have 28 goals to 114 shot attempted in 3 games so far this season, and that has been killing them on the offensive side of the field. They need to dial their sticks in a little bit more, be able to put a little bit more shots on the goal instead of just shots in total, and I think they will be okay by the end of this game.
I think the thing also you got to consider, too, is that some of these guys, I'm sure, they're going in there with some of the step-down shots, trying to just whip as much power as they can in the shots, and then there's no precision. They're off target. At this point, you just got to focus on the accuracy, focus on getting chances on net if you want to be able to be consistent in scoring, because going in this game, they only averaged 9.33 goals a game, which is ranked 7th, which is second to last in all of the SUNY. So, and when you enter conference action, when you're going to have to face teams like Possum, who has been hot at the SUNYAC, Oneonta, you're going to really need to be consistent in getting shots on goal to be able to generate more scoring chances for you if you want to be able to get some of those crucial wins when it comes to playoff time.
Exactly. And on Brockport's side of the offensive side, although they only have 4 shots so far in this game, 3 of them are on goal. They're shooting 75% shot percentage on the goal, which is absolutely fantastic. If they can keep that up, they're going to put some in the back of the net behind goaltender Seamus hands and get right back into this game very quickly.
And the draw is won by Hawkins. He almost had for a second, but lost it, and de-twigged. What a great toss turnover created by, that was the LSM freshman Austin Thornhill just coming out of nowhere. And the shot from Styles saved by Hand, and they'll get the clear going, but wow. We have seen a lot of physical, crazy action so far in this contest.
Yeah, Austin Thornhill, freshman LSM out of Ogdensburg, New York. That was a great check by him on number 39, Alex Kletcha of the Lakers, to get the ball back to the Golden Eagles.
And Devine will take the ball as the ball was last touched by Brockport. So now Devine will take it over the center field line, and so the offense will get set up as going this game. Oswego came out on top of Brockport last year. Actually, a year and a day from today, they won 10-5 over against the Golden Eagles. And that was a huge game for Emmett Starwitz. 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists for him. Gavin Nelson came out with 4 points, a hat trick, and an assist. Seamus Hand, 9 saves in the contest against Brockport last year. Starwitz trying to go down the lane. Couldn't find anything. Now feeds it over to Exa LeClaire. Up top to Elston, being marked up by Chaffin. Let's drive in the shot, and excellent save from Kulik. As he tries to get the clear off, and he does. To Alexander. And he'll take it over the center field line as not really a lot of pressure that time that we normally see from the 10-man ride as Riley Alexander just took it over the center field line with zero pressure. McClay now has it for the Golden Eagles, waiting for the rest of the substitutions to come on. And he gets the feed off successfully to Dante Pezzamente. Pezzamente take it down the left wing. Getting set up for Dodgers, but he's being marked up defensively by Stashkovsky. Good hesitation, and he tries to center it, and the pass just a little off target for McClay. But he's able to get it at X. Feeds it up top. The Styles being marked up by Stashkovsky with 23 seconds to go on the shot clock. Goes for the roll dodge, now goes to his right. And the pass a little off target. Now Michelle, the shot, but what a save down low by Hand.
That's just another day in the office for goalkeeper number 33, Seamus Hand. He has been first team All-SUNYAC back-to-back years this year. He's looking for his third, possibly All-American. So that's just a very easy save, it just seems, for him these days for the Lakers. They have full trust in him to help this defense win games.
Absolutely, guys. With possession of the ball, LeClaire for the Lakers as they are looking to try and get their first even strength goal of the contest. McConnell. The shot down low. Actually, that was from Postel, and nice save on the adjustment from Kulik, having to go from high to low to make that save. And now Dowden will try and clear it. And he does successfully as he was being pressured defensively by Elston. And we have a slow whistle. It'll be going against Oswego. As Pastori subs out, and Reelman will have possession.
So this is technically a free play for Brockport here, as no matter what happens, they are going to be able to get this ball back and get a free possession. Daniel
Wright being marked up by Angelo, playing really aggressive shorty-on-shorty matchup. That's something, if you are Wright, you have to like, but Angelo has done a really good job containing him. Right? Nicely done, a force to over pursuit. Goes to his right. Roll dodge again, but good defense from Meyer. Shot, and what a save from Hand again! As another flag flies, we already have 2 penalties. By the looks of it, might be. We'll see who it's going to be. I think from what it seems, it's going to be 2 against Oswego.
One from Keegan Stevens and one from Joey Zarcone. As I am pretty sure that this is going to be the Lakers' first time this season going down 2 men at one time. It's going to be a 6-on-4 Brockport's ball with 11 minutes left in the second quarter.
And again, that is not something you want going against a man-up unit like for Brockport going in. I mean, the 4 goals on 12 attempts, which is second in all the Empire 8. They got some goal scorers that are a little scary to look out for. Daniel Wright has been kind of the under-the-nose type of player with a lot of high potential going in, having to maybe fill in some shoes of guys like Nate and Nick Ask and other Geneva natives have been critical for the Golden Eagles. And then McClay, who is a freshman, still has some time to work on development. Looks like, interesting enough, Nicholas Ange is out there for the man-up unit. And he's normally the face-off guy and never really is out there offensively. So really interesting to see that he is out there for the Golden Eagles.
One reason I could think of that is because you are up 2 men right now. So in case something does happen, you throw the ball away, something like that happens, you automatically have a star D midi ready to drop back and play some defense.
And what a rip from right! Speak of the devil, just buried it top left corner on hand. No pressure, went down for the step down shot. What a beauty coming from him as Brockport cuts the lead to 1 with 10:50 to go in the second quarter.
That was an absolutely phenomenal shot out of right. That's his 5th of the season. 5 goals, 4 assists, tallying up 9 points so far this season and helping cut Brockport's deficit to only 1.
Yeah, 1 away from the 10-point mark for him. As now ready to take the draw, Sirota as going against Hopkins, and coming away with it is Stevens. So Sirota will get the win, and we're back to even strength. That's good, fast clear. Sirota almost lost the ball. Goes off the roll dodge and was being pressured and de-twigged by Matthew Cook. And Trey Jones comes away with it.
Trey Jones, number 3, has been a standout player so far for the Lakers this year, as he is coming off a 3-goal, 2-assist performance last Saturday against Alfred University. I'm excited to see what he can do for this Lakers offense the rest of this matchup.
LeClaire going at X. And he feeds it to Coney. Try to drive his way through. Good slide from Brockport's defense. Elston moving up top. Shot, and what another good save from Kulik. He's been on it today. As Dowden races his way through. We got a penalty. Looks like going against Oswego. Chance out front for Reelman. He buries it all alone. Second of the day for Hunter Reelman. Just taking advantage right off of transition. And we have a tied game, ladies and gentlemen, with 9:49 in the second quarter.
And as you saw there, Joey Zarcone got slipped up at the midfield line, giving Brockport a 5-on-3 fast break opportunity. As you mentioned earlier in the first quarter, quick sticks is what is going to be making or breaking this game. And as you saw, Brockport did just that, being able to move the ball 3 or 4 times, find the open man, get it across the crease, and put one in the back of the net to tie this game up.
And good patience from Reelman, too, just trying to force the hesitation on Seamus' hand, just to get him out of position slightly to be able to bury that shot. First 2 goals of the season from him coming in this game, as again the penalty that came earlier against Oswego was waved off because of the goal. So LeClaire has it for the Lakers off the face-off win, and now Coney has it along the right wing, marked up by A.J. Thomas. And timeout was going to be, is it a timeout?
I do see a flag thrown. I do not know what it is, though.
And it looks like it's, from what I'm hearing, it's a 1-minute call. I don't know if it's didn't see an offside.
It's definitely not offsides if it is a 1-minute penalty on number 20, Austin Schroeder, the face-off man, face-off specialist for this Oswego State Lakers.
From what I heard, it was possibly a holding call, but that is the penalty, the discipline, you could say, in this game has been just non-existent for both teams.
Yeah, if I was either head coach, I would be very disappointed. I think both teams are up to 3 or 4 penalties so far this game. Although it is physical, you have to get your players under control and make the legal hits, the legal body checks, whatever it is, so that you don't have those man-down opportunities.
Strike that. It was definitely something I'm sure Daly's not going to like. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct going against Sirota. That's good work defensively overall. By the looks of it, that was Clutcher who was able to just get the ball out of there and kick it out. But now Brockport gets it back. A little on by the shot, and it goes off the iron on the low to high from Stiles. For a second, I thought it might have went in, but just got the top right corner. But it'll be backed up by Wright. 30 seconds to go on the man up. 8:53 to go in the first half. Reelman cycling around. And they'll move it up top. Back to Wright. Wright gets it once again, and now it's going to be the McClay. Nicholas Ange out there again. Normally don't see him often at all. Like, he didn't even get to be on the offense really at all last season, but good work from Brockport to get the ball back. As now the man up is over. Good work on the clear. The ball is popped up in the air off the stick of Angelo as they're trying to find it, and the Lakers come away with it. Has excellent work on the feet as the Jones just goes off of his stick. He's been having issues trying to catch the ball, but good work from Michelari to just find the ball and to just take it by himself all the way into Brockport territory for the successful clear. And we have another slow whistle penalty going against Brockport. Jones on the bouncer, and that's a little low.
And that is going to be the 8th flag thrown so far this game. It is going against Brockport, so out comes their defensive unit, the man-down unit, as the Oswego Lakers are getting their guys on the field for yet another man-up opportunity, which they are 100% going 3 for 3 so far this game. Let's see if they can make it 4 for 4.
And penalty is going to be going defensively against, by the looks of it, Aiden Phillips, the LSM. So it's a 30-second. It looks like it's nothing major on his part. That's going to be an offside call, which I was expecting on that. Jones will move it up to Coney. Top of the key to Starwitz. Rotating over. It's Coney at the top of the key. 20 seconds on the... And then the shot, easy bury for Postulis, second of the game against his former team.
And yet again, that was Emmett Starwitz on the assist. As I mentioned earlier, his passing IQ is through the roof. Always getting that skip pass through the defense and being able to find the open attackman on the crease. He does an absolute phenomenal job at that game after game, year after year. And he helps put the Lakers up 4-3 halfway through the second quarter.
It was a beautiful skip pass on his part. We've seen Oswego really trying to push for a lot of skip passes offensively, really trying to catch the defense off guard. As the draw almost won by Hopkins, but it is technically a win as Dowden will able to pick up the loose ground ball as Hopkins try to do it with one stick, and I know some coaches out there are not a huge fan of players doing that.
Yeah, throughout my years of playing lacrosse, coaches never want to see you picking up a ground ball with one hand. Always get low to the grass, pick it up, and scoop through that ground ball. Yeah,
as my coach like to say, scoop through like you're eating an ice cream pretty much when you bring it up to your face. Never use one hand. They just think it's lazy as the pass just goes over. And it'll be an over and back going against Brockport as the feed was a little high for Pesamente. 7:02 remaining as Coney will take it. And the offensive end. Bounce pass off of Jones. Ooh, it was a little scary as it goes off the chest plate and almost rolled out of play. But didn't see a lot of pressure coming from Kieran Regan. Now LeClaire. They feed it over to Elston. Goes to his right. Elston feeds it down low to LeClaire at X. Starwitz on the shot, and that is hauled in again by Kulik. Already 5 saves in this contest, 62.5 save percentage for him. He has been very solid for a guy that mostly has not seen a lot of playing time throughout his career. And a great stick check from Zarcone as he strips it from Dowden. And it's going to go off of Brockport as they try to get out with Bassesi, but it'll be Oswego possession going the other way.
Just looked like he couldn't handle that ball. He picked it up and then looked like it just fell out of his stick. He ended up rolling it out of bounds, and it will be Lakers ball.
Again, just it's been tough with just how slick the ball is, and again, that really affects your mesh, especially with just the way the ball comes out of your stick on any pass or shot. It just really kind of like warps it in a way. It feels weird coming out of the stick. It just doesn't feel right at all, and that makes it tough in these conditions at all. But you gotta be able to play through it. McConnell on this dodge moves over to Elson near the right wing. And nice little skip pass. And the shot, low to low, is wide right. But Coney will just back it up. It was a good attempt from Starwitz. Coney takes it behind at X, marked up by Thomas. And the refs will stop play.
Looked like it was supposed to be a fresh 60, which it is, as the ref in the bottom right-hand corner was signaling for it. So I don't know exactly what the whistle was just blown for.
I'm guessing that's what it was. Going to start off at 80 seconds for the shot clock, which confused me. So I'm guessing that was probably just the adjustment. But interesting matchup here between Thomas and Coney. Thomas, one of the better defenders. Both guys have very good size. There's a good feed from Coney. Gets it to Elston, and he rips it right by Kulik. Garrett Elston, top left corner on that one. His third goal of the season. Oswego takes the two goal advantage as they're up 5-3 with 5:05 remaining.
That was a great dodge from Elston, especially coming off of a game where he only appeared early in the first quarter, then came out of the game with an injury. So this is his first game back after taking a few-day rest, and being able to put his team up 2 is huge in a matchup like this.
Absolutely, as Hopkins will prepare to take the draw. Going against Srota. Ball is loose still as they're trying to still get the loose ground ball. Ground ball's kind of been an issue for both sides, and that is going to be taken by Stojkovski for the Lakers.
And that was a check from 39, Alex Klecha, who got the ball out of Brockport's stick. He's been a key part of this Oswego defense so far this season, tallying 10 ground balls throughout the season, hitting his 10th of the game, or 10th during this game.
Postel gets the feed to Starwitz. Trying to drive his way to the top of the key. Now Postel on the right wing, marked up by Pastori. Shot from LeClaire, and that's wide right. And it'll just be backed up by Coney as he was trying to race for the ball with Thomas. .40 seconds on the shot clock, 4:13 to go in the first half. Coney tries to bull rush through Thomas, and we'll leave it off to Starwitz. Tries to get the pick, and that does not work on Phillips. So they'll just leave it off to Axel LeClaire in front. All alone, and what a save and a robbery from Kulik, as there was no pressure on Postel. And Pastori will take it over the center field line, and he'll get the feed successfully off to Donahoe. As the D-Middies will sub off the field and get the offensive middies out. It's the second line with Wellington out there with Zapula, who, interesting enough, is now starting to take some reps at the midfielder spot. Normally was an attackman starting off for Brockport. Stiles moves it up to Wellington. And they just get behind goal line extended, and now Stiles has it at X. Actually, no, that's Reelman. Now Zapula. Taking it up to the top of the key, marked up by Nicolari. Swim dodge from Wellington, 30 seconds on the shot clock. Feed for Perry, shot! And that could not get through. I think that got deflected off someone, and there's going to be a penalty again going on Oswego. A little too much physicality on the part of Angelo.
Yeah, Angelo just had what looked to be a very clean hit. I'm guessing something was said after the whistle was blown, since he was just looking back, and then the whistle gets blown and the flag gets thrown up in the air as he walks to the bench to take a knee.
Yeah, by the looks of it, it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct going against him. So, yeah, things already just getting very tense between these both sides, as it'll be the fifth man up for Brockport. But they've only have, going into this one, they've only been able to score once on the man up. So the man down unit for Oswego has been able to hold their own. And the feed up to McClay. Gets to the Ange. Makes a step down shot. Fires, and that looks like got redirected. Now right, go for another chance. And he stays the top right corner. Painted it like he was Bob Ross. Second of the game for Daniel Wright.
Great shot. Absolutely stinging the top right corner of the goal. That's his second of the game, as Braden just said. And as Brockport is starting to figure out what they need to do with their man-up opportunities, that is, they're going to end up going 2 for 5 so far this game, getting their rhythm dealt to with all of these different penalties coming throughout the game so far.
So the penalty actually struck that for Angelo. It was a cross check to the face. From what it looked like, the check did seem a little high from what I saw, but that's exactly what the call was on Angelo. So a little too much physicality on his part.
And it is going to be unreleasable, so since there was a goal, it will not be marked off, and the Brockport Golden Eagles will stay man up for another 34 seconds.
As taking the draw for Oswego on that was Logan Lynn, the D-man. But they get the win off the draw, so Coney will try and hang on to it.
And the Lakers are probably just looking to kill another 20 seconds of this penalty. There's still 65 seconds on the shot clock, so they will get a solid 45 seconds or so of an offensive possession late here into the first half.
Coney gets the feed from McLary. They're just cycling around. LeClaire. Marked up by Donahue. As now we're back to full strength. Coney has it up top, and he'll just roll the ball off to Elston near the left wing. As he's up near the restraining line, now he'll take it along the left wing, marked up by Dowden. Goes to the split dodge. Go now on the roll dodge. So he retreats back, and now we'll move it over there to Ethan McConnell. McConnell driving down the shot, and he gets it just by Kulik on stick side on him. While running sidearm righty, beats Kulik low. And the Lakers respond back to the man-up goal that Brockport had. 6-4 in favor of the Lakers with 1:20 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, Braden, as I mentioned earlier, number 6, Ethan McConnell, sophomore, 5'10". He loves to use his speed down the alley. Probably one of the fastest guys on this Lakers offense. He dodges down, and he has an absolute great shot, great placement, and he was able to just get it on the far side pipe, hit pipe, and bounce into the back of the net to put the Lakers up 2 late here.
It looks like the rain has died down, which is definitely helpful, but don't be surprised if it continues later on today as the draw. So it's going to be holding going against Brockport, so it is going to be Oswego possession on the ground ball. Stevens has it. Keegan Stevens taking along the left wing down the alley. Empties it over to Jones. Approaching the 1-minute mark here in this second quarter of play. Oswego up 6-4 over Brockport in this non-conference matchup.
And it's going to be 7, 8, 9 on the offensive midfield line here. Elston, Starwitz, and Postel. Postel flirting with a hat trick here.
And Postel looks like he got a little ahead of himself, was really antsy to rip that shot, but the ball just popped out of his stick as he was doing so. LeClaire going for the split dodge against Chaffin. Less than 30 seconds to go. 33 seconds on the shot clock. Coney gets it up top. And the step-down shot saved by Kulik on the bouncer on the shot from Starowitz. And then the clear attempt was not successful. A little over the head of Thornhill. 10 seconds to go as Oswego has it. Elston trying to drive his way through. And a great stick from Thornhill as that is going to do it for this first half of action. And Oswego maintaining their lead over Brockport 6-4 going into halftime.
What a save that was by Kulik. A very high bounce shot. Could have been devastating for this Brockport's defense going. If that were to go in, they would have gone down 7-4 with a buzzer beater shot pretty much, which would have been very hard momentum going into halftime, trying to think about what you can do on the offensive or on the defensive side of the field to try to stop shots like that from going in. But Kulik has been playing phenomenal. 9 saves, a 60% save percentage so far this game. He has been helping keep this Brockport defense in check and in this game.
And going into his freshman year, he was the third-string goalie going in, and he is really just taking things up.
He's worked his way up through the ranks here in the goalie room for the Brockport Golden Eagles, and he is making a statement during this game so far.
We're just going to step away for a quick moment here as Oswego still up 6-4 with only with 9:05 remaining here in this halftime. We'll see what they'll be able to do coming in out of the half and see if they can get the win. You're watching this on WTOP 10. And we are back here at Laker Turf Stadium in Oswego State on this very cloudy and dreary day, but that's not going to stop lacrosse action as we are approaching the start of the second half as the Oswego State men's lacrosse team is up 6-4 over the Brockport Golden Eagles. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Brady Pierce, alongside with my color commentator and former Oswego State men's lacrosse player and defenseman, Matt Rudolph. Matt, what do both teams need to do going into the final half to secure the victory?
The number one thing is penalties. It has been a massive role so far in this game, with 5 coming from the Oswego State Lakers and 4 coming from the Brockport Golden Eagles. Oswego has been able to capitalize on all 4 of theirs, going 4 for 4. Brockport, on the other hand, 2 for 5. It's been playing an absolute major role so far in this game. Another key point, I feel, is the face-offs. It has been very, very physical. On the face-offs, off the face-offs, wherever it is. Both teams have been laying very hard body checks, and it has been a very physical game. So there's the 2 key things to focus on going into this half.
Absolutely. Look at the face-off department. Sroda's been having a solid day, 9-12 at the face-off circle compared to 3-12 for Luke Hopkins. As we are moments away from the start of this third quarter of action. And here we go as Sroda gets the quick win. Feeds it down over to LeClaire, and that just came out of his stick weird as he was winding up for the shot, and the butt of his stick also fell off. That, I have never seen something like that before.
Yeah, I am very confused on what's going on here. That was a shot. It went out of bounds, although it did not go towards the target LeClaire was looking for. It still was technically a shot, which I think is what the referees were just talking about, as it is going to be Lakers ball after they did just get possession to Brockport.
And that was the right call because it didn't even look remotely close to being a pass to the way he was set up for a step-down shot because he was really winding up. Postle will have it up top. Feeds it over to Elston. Good for the split dodge, and then he doesn't go for that, but Elston now has on the right wing down the lane. Starowitz has it on the left wing. Goes in, switches back to his right. Good pressure defensively coming in from the LSM Thornhill. So it's Elston up top. Blows by and gets the shot up, but just wide of Kulik as he was able to get by Dowden. But LeClaire will back it up with 30 seconds on the shot clock. LeClaire being marked up by Donahue, the freshman. LeClaire gets the pick from Postle, but goes the opposite way instead and forces the slide from Thornhill. So up top to Starwitz, and the shot, he strips the left corner. Goodness gracious, the precision on that shot as Oswego continues to extend their lead up 7-4 now with 13:50 left to go in this third quarter of play.
That is going to be Starwitz's 3rd goal of the season. 8th point with adding 5 assists on top of that over the course of the season and putting these Lakers up 3 early into the second half of this matchup.
And he just ripped that sidearm, just blew it by the stick side of Kulik. I mean, give credit to Kulik. He's been having a phenomenal game, but the power behind that shot and the torque that you saw from Starwitz just winding up, absolutely beautiful.
It's a very hard shot to track. Sidearm can go anywhere on the net. It all depends on the shooter's placement, which was phenomenal.
And the release, too, as Styles was almost going to load up to try and fire one, but good defensive work by Zarcone just to play the hips and get on him to prevent him from taking the shot and to rethink. And Reelman will get it for the Golden Eagles as the offense will get set up as the substitutions come on with McClay along with Daniel Wright. Wright goes to the split dodge. He's looking for the hat trick. Fires down low, and the shot is just wide right. It'll be backed up by Styles. Joey Zarcone will mark him up. Daniel Styles moves up top to McClay, who will take it down the right wing and behind goal line extended, and he'll bring Stevens with him. So shorty on shorty matchup. Takes the pass inside. Now Wright has it up top, marked up by Kletcha. Now the Styles along the alley, trying to drive his way through. Good slide from Klutchik, gets by. And forces double team, just gets a shot while falling, and nice save by Hand as he was falling too. And they will get the clear off successfully to Angelo. He'll get over the center field line as now substitutions will come on for Oswego offensively. As looks like we have a slow whistle. I think it's for an offside call going against Brockport. Again, discipline remaining as an issue for the Golden Eagles.
That is going to be the 10th flag thrown so far this matchup, which is killing both teams on the defensive side.
So Leclerc have it along the alley. The left wing marked up by Donahue. Goes to the swim dodge. Goes to his left. Tries to fit over the middle of Jones on a really tight pass. And the ball will be picked up by Cook. And that will stop play. So man up unit will come on for Oswego as man will be sitting in the box for Brockport.
4 of the 7 goals from the Lakers today are off man-up opportunities. So let's see, Braden, if these Lakers can keep up their aggressiveness on their man-up opportunities and put another one in to keep their perfect 4-for-4 or 100% man-up rate currently.
And doesn't seem like there's anyone sitting on the bench for Brockport for the penalty battle. Initially, I was thinking the penalty was going to be going against Riley Alexander, also the brother of Reagan Alexander, transferred from GCC, both brothers. And by the looks of it, it is actually no, strike that. The penalty is going against. It's not on Alexander. It's on Gavin Lawyer. Actually, no. It's changed it to Colton Chives. Didn't really see him out there, and no, they're saying it's Donahoe who was. Looks like they're just getting late substitutions in Brockport.
And as they change, another guy on the Brockport team to go take a knee in the box to serve this penalty.
So it looks like it's Bassesi who was the one that is taking the offside penalty, so it's not Donahoe. So 30 seconds to work with on the man up. The man up unit's been great for Oswego State, going in 4-5 in this contest. Starwitz gets down low to Jones, skip pass. Now to Leclerc, back up top again for Elston. 10 seconds to go. Tries to get down low for Postel. He gets the Hattie. Once again, back door on the skip pass. Logan Postel buries at top right again. This man down here for Brockport just keeps seeming to just get sucked up, and then whoever's supposed to be near Postel almost moves up towards the hole and completely leaves him open.
Yeah, you see that rotation out of the Oswego offense. The top left guy rotates into the crease, side right rotates up, and it becomes like a three-man up top, one on the crease, and it leaves the back door open every single time, which the defense has not been able to seem to figure out yet. It's open on every man up opportunity so far, and the Lakers have been able to capitalize.
8-4 Lakers, but I gotta say, big day for Logan Postel, scoring 3 in one game against his former team that he got to play with his freshman year. Darren Leclerc will have the ball behind goal line extended, being marked up by Donahue. Leclerc faded up top over to Postel.
Assistant number 8, Emmett Starwitz.
Elston gets back to Postel. And we'll feed it over on the rip. Wow, what a rip on Starwitz on the side-arm shot. That was just high over the crossbar. Ability backed up by Leclerc with 42 seconds to go on the shot clock. Goes on at Ajax and then tries to move on the feed to Coney, who's a little off target, and that's going to roll out of play. Regardless, it's an over and back, so it's still Brockport possession. As taking the ball will be McClay, the freshman. And he gets it to Dante Pezzamente. Going down the right wing, marked up by Seamus Devine. And now he'll take him on X. Smart choice there, trying to draw the shorty against you if you're also a shorty. Pesamente. Now going to the left wing. Couldn't find anything. Great defense from Devine. Right, feeds it over to Styles. Gonna try to drive in, but good slide from Stevens. Bounce shot, and that was blocked by Marr. Ground ball still loose, and Marr still trying to get it. And it'll be Oswego possession as Devine just is able to scoop through it past the center field line, and now the offense will take over for Oswego.
That is going to be Marr's 10th ground ball of the season. He's been a staple for this Oswego defense so far. Also having 5 caused turnovers, 6 now, 1 from this game.
Going into the game, he had 8 ground balls, which was ranked 3rd on the team, and the pass just went off the helmet of Phillips. And Brockport will take it, and they'll get the clear going. And A.J. Thomas trying to take it himself and gets the feed up to Tyler Pastore. Pastore goes down low to Reelman, and he gets the Hattie for himself as well. Hunter Reelman, bearing it top left corner, wide open again off the feed from Tyler Pastore, as Brockport cuts the lead to 8-5 with 9:05 remaining in the third quarter.
And as you saw there, we talked about this earlier in the game. Brockport was having a very hard time against this Lakers 10-man ride, but they seem to have found their rhythm, especially being able to push the fast breaks in situations like that. Being able to get over the midfield quick and fast and get the fast break opportunity is huge, especially in a game like this when you're trying to cut the lead down.
Absolutely, and the defense, again, they just forgot about Reelman in that situation. Wide open as Donahoe just pulling his way through 3 defensemen. Excellent work, but then a great cause turnover by Marr. Showing how prominent of a defenseman he is on this team and a staple as Oswego will now take over. And it's interesting enough because Hunter Reelman was the man that replaced Logan Postel in the midway half point of the year at the attack position. So both players getting the hat trick for themselves in this contest, both juniors and going into the season. With the ball is Ethan McConnell, the sophomore again, very speedy. Donahoe will mark him up. And he just gets obliterated. Slips, and Donahoe just levels him. And he's going to try to drive his way through, and that goes right into the stick of Seamus' hand on the shot. And now taking it is Starwist, but the physicality still very much present in this game, Matt.
Yeah. Donahue has done a fantastic job so far this game on that matchup with number 6, Ethan McConnell. When McConnell brings Donahue all the way up, the quickness is there from both sides of the ball. And he is able to play fantastic defense and cause 3 turnovers from Ethan McConnell so far to be able to get the ball back into Brockport's offensive zone.
And Brockport gets the clear off successfully as they'll get the offense set up. But looks like... And what a nice stick check late there coming from Logan Lynn as the ball rolls out of bounds and it'll be Oswego possession. But was just going to say the other, and what a little nice dodge from Stevens, just juking out Reelman. As now Oswego's offense will just wait for substitutions to come on so they can get set. But the other thing too that helps with Donahoe from what we see defensively is that he's not too aggressive where he's playing right on the hips of McConnell. He knows his speed, so he gives him a little space to work with. This way, it gives him enough time to adjust and just, again, stay on the hips, shove on the hips, keep him out on the perimeter. Do not let him go down into lanes or cut to the hole. As now it's Spinner. Feeds it over, and the shot high and over the crossbar on Postel, who was looking for his 4th goal of the game. He'll be backed up by Coney with 43 seconds on the shot clock. 6:27 to go in this third quarter of play. Hayden Coney moves it up to Spinner, rips it, and he stings it! spinner. That was a howitzer of a shot. Top right corner. And Oswego extends their lead 9-5.
Spinner just absolutely had a great shot there, all the way at the top of the restraining box. That is such an easy shot to track as a goalie, but the speed and the placement that he put on that shot was absolutely phenomenal, and he was able to help put these Lakers up for 2/3 of the way through this third quarter.
Yeah, just up top, and that just looked like a missile. Like you just could just see like a little white speck just flying by with the amount of power on his shot. And it's really tough again if you're Kulik, because you got to switch from your dominant stick side to your opposite stick side to try and make that save. As Hopkins wins the draw but could not secure the ground ball, and again it'll be taken by Oswego as that's Jack Lamon, and there's going to be another slow whistle penalty going against Brockport. I think it's going to be for a slash to the head for what it sounded like.
Yeah, that's what it looked like as well. You saw Jack Lamon head whip backwards as soon as you heard the stick up against the helmet. That looked like it hurt a little bit, but he did a great job at being able to get the ball over the midline still, eat that hard check, and get the free play for the Lakers.
Apostle's going to try to drive his way through, decides not to, gets to the Coney in front of Jones, and he could not secure the pass. He's had some troubles today already, just trying to be able to secure feeds. Jones trying to move his way through, and somehow almost comes away with it, but it'll be taken by Phillips, and he will be. Looks like is Phillips going to be the one that's penalized here, and yes, he is. So should be if it's a stick check to the head from what it looked like. Should be a 1 minute, 1 minute man up for Oswego.
As they are 5 for 5, looking to go 6 for 6 on their man up opportunities today.
And if you're Andrew Daly, you have to be happy with the way the man up has looked. I mean, especially going into how they were looking so far into this game. 36.4% success rate, which ranked 5th in all of SUNY. Shot saved on the opposite side of Kulik. Had to switch sides there to be able to make that save. Good work on his part. As now Brockport will get the clear going, but Kulik already 10 saves in this game. 52.6 save percentage. Chaffin trying to move it out, but cannot do so, and he just scoops it over to Donahue. And looks like a little too, as it's going to be a violation going against Brockport. Took a little too long to get it over the line to clear it.
And it's especially hard in that situation when you're man down and the Lakers are still in their 10-man ride. It's a lot of pressure to try to get that ball over the midfield line, and the Lakers will take the ball back over, giving them another 20 seconds on their man-up opportunity.
Coney will feed at the top of the key to Elston, now to LeClaire. Shot, and what a save from Kulik. Going right to left to make that stay with the stick as the ball rolls out, and it's going against Brockport, but there's only 2 seconds remaining on the man-up, so they'll be back to even strength. So it's the first man-up opportunity that Oswego's had that they were not successful in. Starwitz marked up by the senior Luke Chaffin. And now it's going to be LeClaire, who is now playing at the mid up top, and he's bringing with them Alexander. And he just goes for the speed dodge, and we'll leave it off to Postel. Coney fires the shot. The bouncer is just wide right. But Jones will be there to back it up with 28 seconds to go on the shot clock, 3:51 in this third quarter. Jones goes for the split dodge. Up top. Ripped. And another beautiful save from Kulik. He is hot.
That was great tracking out of Kulik there. That was a very hard shot to save. Offhand stick. And that is just very, very hard to keep track of, especially in the conditions that these players are playing in currently.
Absolutely. I mean, don't be surprised if at least when it comes to saves, he's going to get up to his average of 20. Again, going into this game, he's had 80 saves leading the entire Empire 8, but also 20 saves a game. Elston trying to drive down the right lane, can't find anything. And a chance. Another save. Looks like went off the mask of Kulik on the shot from Storwitz. But also to go to show the talent of Kulik, he was named Empire 8 Defensive Player of the Week for February 16th. And it's going to be, looks like LeClaire got detwigged late off the stick check, and it'll be Brockport possession. Donahue gets the cross pass over and goes off the chest. Looks like on that, trying to help the clear was Kieran Regan. And they were successful as Nicholas Ange comes out there. Again, Ange really getting a new role. He was mainly the face-off specialist for this Brockport team, but now starting to see some offensive time, especially on the man up. As that's Mark Zapula with the ball marked up by Angelo, who's all over his hips. Zapula at X, gets it to Styles, rips it, and a piece of it was saved by hand. And that will roll out of bounds, so that will reset the shot clock with 2:17 left to go in this third quarter. If you're just tuning in, Oswego State up 9-5 over Brockport. Feed from Perry to Zapula. Was about to take the shot, but good pressure from Lamon. Zapula looking for space, gets the shot off, and nicely done by hand to get down to be able to make that low save. And Brockport's just hanging on to the ball right now, just waiting for an opening. And no pressure coming from the defense is very interesting as Hunter Reelman just patiently waiting. Marr, nicely done just to get around and then forced the inaccurate shot, but it'll be backed up regardless by Zapula. But good discipline from Marr not to be overly aggressive and just to sit tight. Styles. Take it with Zarcone marking him up. Goes for the roll dodge. And move it up to Ange. And we got a flag that's going to be going against Oswego. Looks like it's going to be a slashing call. And it'll be 1 minute going against, I think Zarcone was the one who got penalized for it. Let's see. Actually, no, he is still staying out there, so it's going to be against Alex Kletcha, so another man-up opportunity for Brockport.
And Brockport is currently 2 for 5 on extra man opportunities, so they are looking to punch one in the back of the net here and cut the lead to 3.
Starting off with the ball is Styles. Will get it to Bassesi at X. Clay has it atop the key, and I'll get it over to Ange in the right wing. Out of Bassesi, as he will have a little trouble securing the pass, and Marr will get another ground ball as Oswego State will get the clear going. Another, from what it looks like, a possible failed man up for Brockport as the pass could not be secured by Angelo. Now it's a battle for the ground ball. And McClay almost got it, but it'll be taken by the Lakers, thanks to Logan Lynn.
That was miraculous that the Lakers got the ball back there. Gavin Angelo, number 38, was getting quadruple teamed. Got the ball checked out of his stick, but thankfully Logan Lynn was there to save the day and keep the ball in the offensive zone.
That could have been a possible second opportunity for the Golden Eagles to try and take advantage of the man-up opportunity, but that's going to be killed off once again. 2 for 6 today on the man-up. Coney will leave it off to Postel. Already has a hat trick in this game against his former team. And they did a little shuffle to Postel. Now he's being marked up by Dowden. 3 seconds to go. He's being double teamed, and he's not, and somehow still has the ball. Was not going to get rid of it in time. Good work from Thomas to come in for the double team with Dowden. As that'll be it for the third quarter play. 1 to go as Oswego State is up 9-5 over Brockport.
Yeah, going into this fourth quarter, what do you think that both teams need to focus on the most? Lakers keeping the lead and Brockport looking to put some in the back of the net.
If you're the Lakers, I mean, you just got to maintain the discipline and just keep your foot on the gas offensively. They started to get a little bit of a rhythm in that third quarter of being able to generate goals. I mean, they had 3 in that quarter alone. So they've had 3 in each quarter, but they've maintained consistency. They just got to keep doing that and maintain the discipline. But if you're Brockport, the penalties have really hurt them. I mean, it's the reason why they're also 0-4, tied for first in penalties going into this game with 18. The man-down unit has struggled. Only 1 successful stop against Oswego State's man-up. They need to find a way to just stop taking these penalties and just give the offense more time to work with, because they've had some good chances. I mean, Hunter Reelman's got the hat trick. Daniel Wright has got a couple goals for himself. They got some guys in this offense that could really do damage, but also Oswego State's defense has done a good job closing off some of their top targets. Stiles has really not done a whole ton in this game so far, and even Mark Zapula. So they just got to rely on the talent that's been on fire so far, consistent, if they want to be able to keep up and possibly pull off the comeback victory to earn their first win of the season.
Yeah, exactly, Braden. And as you just mentioned, it comes down to consistency. And so far, the Lakers have been. So far this season, they haven't been the strongest second-half team, scoring the majority of their goals in the first half and falling off in the second half. But when it comes to Brockport, the majority of their goals are scored in the second half. So what I'm looking to see here out of Brockport is a very strong fourth quarter. They're not out of this game at all. 4 goals is not a lot in Lacrosse, and I'm pretty sure that if they can keep making those quick passes and getting fast breaks, that they could come out of here with a victory.
Quick face-off draw from Sirota as now he's being triple teamed, still trying to drive his way through on the shot, and a piece of it off the stick of Kulik. It's another save for him. The ball rolls out. Kulik is trying to say that it went off one of Oswego's players, but the ref says no, it went off. They're saying it went off Kulik's stick last as it rolled out, so it'll be Oswego possession as Jones will have it. Postel gives it off to Elston, who will be marked up by Dowden. Goes for the swim dodge. That was beautiful. Fakes the pass, and a little shiftiness from Elston. But they leave it off to Postel. Coney fakes the pass. Almost got me there. And now gets to the Elston up top. Elston driving his way through and just sneaks it in over the shoulder of Kulik. What a dime from Garrett Elston. Oswego State goes up 10-5 against Brockport. The same exact score they won by last year.
Garrett Elston on that dodge. You saw him before on the right side of the field. Get very shifty with the swim move. Spin back, fake pass, fake shot, rolled back around. He ended up getting over to the left side of the field there and was able to get the ball into his right stick, sprint down the alley, and somehow put that behind Kulik.
Yeah, that was probably one of the most accurate shots we have seen when it comes to just threading the needle. That was the second goal of the contest, as Austin Sirota will take the draw against Luke Hopkins. And the draw won again by Sirota. Well, actually not yet. It's going to be Brockport possession as Donahue lost his stick, and slipping there was Reagan, and Oswego State bench really just jumping around trying to get him annoyed, as that was a crucial turnover on his part, as Oswego State will take over as they have all the momentum in the world right now.
Yeah, and I feel like it also helps to start with that bench momentum. As you can see, the Lakers bench has been so much more ecstatic throughout the course of this game. Although Brockport is down 5, you still got to be on the sideline cheering your teammates on throughout this entire game, because if you go quiet, it starts to reflect on the field.
It's also their science behind it, is that people are cheering you on. It just gives you a sense of confidence overall, and you just play well better instead of having basically just silence. As again, they try to get the feed to Jones, and he could not secure the pass. The struggles continue today for Trey Jones. Donahue gets the feed off, is now the clear and successful, but and slipped and fell. He still has the ball as McClay, and still being pressured, and he still has it.
And yet another flag thrown on this Lakers riding team here.
He was just getting thrown around like a rag doll and somehow still had the ball.
That was great ball control out of him to be able to keep possession of the ball and get a free play for the Golden Eagles.
Right. was looking to wind up for a shot, but couldn't find anything, and almost picked out there by Marr, but here comes McClay. Fakes the pass. Now Reelman has it. Reelman gets it up top, and nicely read. That was by Devine. Knocks it down. We'll pick it up, but regardless, it's going to be a penalty going against Oswego State again. Let's see who will be the one going off.
And Brockport 2 for 6 so far this game on their extra man opportunity. And in a time like this, it's crunch time now for these Golden Eagles. They need to get one on the board. They need to get their momentum back into this game. And if they could punch one in here, it would do everything in the world that they are hoping and dreaming of to be able to help get themselves back into this game.
So 1 minute man up on Zarcone for being called for a cross check. As Wright will have it. The left wing now up top the key to McClay. Brendan McClay gets it back over to Wright. Was thinking about shooting it, decides not to. They try to get it to Nicholas Ange as the pass was not clean. And Oswego State once again will try to clear the ball out. And they do so successfully on the man down.
And as you saw there out of the Lakers defense, we were talking about this a little bit earlier in the first half. They are a very tight, very compact defense when it comes to their man down. It's a very snap in, snap out kind of defense,
yes,
where you want to be guarding the crease at all time, and that is what they do best. That is why they have been a top 10 man down defense in the nation the last 2 years, and it has really showed this game. Holding Brockport to only 2 for 7 now that the penalty is complete and they go back to even strength so far this game.
And the other thing, too, is, well, that you see the only 2 goals that came from Brockport on the man up, they didn't even come from the hole. They came from the outside. Therefore, they're willing to take chances of Brockport taking outside shots. They do a good job just not allowing any cutters to get through the hole. As again, and Jones gets detwigged there, but Elston will secure it.
And I have been loving this matchup today. Hayden Coney versus A.J. Thomas. Leading scorer for the Lakers, strongest pull for the Golden Eagles. He has been playing phenomenal defense so far this game, only holding Coney to 1 goal so far.
Coney has racked up 4 points, tying with Starowitz for the most on the team in this game. It's a shot from LeClaire, and a nice save from Kulik. Going from his strong six side to the opposite six side to try and make that save. And now Luke Choffin will take it over the center field line with 10:26 remaining in this final quarter of action. Regan. That was Alexander. And the pass off as Stachkovsky will get it. And now another clearing attempt for the Lakers as Postel gets it over the center field line over to Coney. And Postel has it up top. Just wait for the substitution to come on. As it's going to be Spinner this time out there with Max Weeks.
That's a face we haven't seen yet today. He did get a few reps last game against Alfred, but he is starting to prove as a very strong Dodger for this Lakers offense.
And he's got size on him, too, for being a freshman. Still looking for his first career point of his college career. Weeks takes it north of the circle, and he'll be marked up by Alexander. And he'll leave it off to LeClaire. Tries to drive in. Gets it over to Jones at X. Tries to feed over the middle, and that is intercepted. Good defensive work on the part of Kieran Regan, a GCC transfer as well.
And that kind of looked like a between the legs of some sort pass to get the ball up and out for Brockport here.
Yeah, it was definitely unique on their part, as Reelman has it being marked up defensively. Looks like that is Parada, who we haven't called his name a lot in this game. Right. Trying to dodge his way down through the alley, but good slide from Zarcone to pick him up. Now Styles out at the top of the key. Going on the left wing, tries to fire the shot, and I think Lynn got a piece of his stick that affected the shot, and it was wide left. but still be backed up by Reelman. 22 seconds to go on the shot clock. Brendan McClay, and he loses the ball. Good work by Devine, almost creating the turnover. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Is now with it is Pesamente. Trying to drive his way through, can't find anything. Then he slips and falls. And we got another penalty as Pesamente is in pain as he got slashed by Lynn while he was on the ground. And that's a killer penalty for Oswego again.
And he seems to be in a lot of pain as both sides, benches and everybody on the field, take a knee and hope that he is okay as the trainers come out to give him a checkup.
Yeah, you could tell he is definitely in a lot of pain. I mean, he went to the ground and Lynn he was trying, I think, knock the ball away and just slashed him and probably caught him. So another man-up opportunity for Brockport. Might not be that. Could also just possibly maybe, for a second I was thinking it was possible cramping.
And as he's being attended, both teams are meeting up.
Taking a look quickly at some of the stats already. Shots on goal in this game in favor of Oswego, 25-14. They've taken 41 shots compared to Brockport's 23. So shots on goal still a little bit of an issue in this contest for Oswego State, but they're at least generating the goals, and they're getting way more offensive opportunities thanks to the fact that their defense has been great on lockdown, and they're forcing a lot of penalties on Brockport's part. As Pesamente gets up, so it doesn't look like, and limping off. It looked like to me it was just a cramp because they were rubbing the calf, so it was just a calf cramp. Those are always painful, especially if you randomly get them in the middle of the night in your bed. That just sometimes happen. It's the worst.
Yeah, but thankfully he is walking off by himself. No assistant from the trainers here on the turf. That is always good to see. It just shows that it's not as serious as an injury as maybe some were thinking it could have been, since he was on the ground for so long.
Yeah, normally sometimes when you see that with someone riding in pain, you always assume that it's probably going to be something serious. So good news for him that he is okay. And it was probably, again, by the looks of it, just a cramp.
Yes, let's just hope so.
So it's going to be a 1-minute penalty going against Lynn. Brendan McClay will have it. Gets to the top of the key to Nicholas Angin. Automatically pressured by Angelo right out of the gates. Reelman feeds it to McClay up top. Nice slide from Klucha. Now the chance from Ange as he found an opening in the hole. The shot was just wide. That's a rare scoring opportunity that we've seen from Brockport. Oswego's done a good job not allowing chances from the hole at all in this contest.
Exactly, and that is what Brockport needs to look for on these man-up opportunities. Is, as I mentioned before, this is a very snap-in, snap-back-out defense here from the Lakers, and so if they can find that open man on the crease, even if it's just for that one quick second, it is so important to feed that pass to try to get a quick shot off right on the crease, especially since Seamus Hand would have zero time to react when the ball is that close to his stick.
100%. McClay feeds it down to right. He was looking for, again, that shot, but good work by Parada, knowing that they were going to try and go back to him there again for a little step-down shot. Skip pass. It is intercepted. It looked like they were trying to go back again to Daniel Wright. And another unsuccessful man up for Brockport. Klesha. And he just gets the feed over across to Michelari, who we haven't called his name much in this half. And he'll feed it up to Trey Jones, who takes it behind goal line extended. And it looks like a late check and a late shove as well going against. That was on from Brockport. That came from Reagan. But now looks like play got stopped for a moment, but
I don't think the shot clock was running on that, so it does look like they are going to reset this right close to the midfield line and get the play started.
Yeah, good work by Kieran Reagan just to create that cause turnover there as Donahoe trying to drive his way through, and he Gets taken down by Lynn on the stick check. Good work by him as he tried to bully his way through two guys. As all alone, LeClaire on the behind the back. Doran LeClaire with some magic. BTB shot gets off the pipe and in on a breakaway as Oswego State goes up 11-5.
What a fantastic cut that was by Doran LeClaire. He saw the opportunity. He took the opportunity, and the St. Bonaventure transfer puts it behind the back and puts the Lakers up 6 with 6:17 here left in this game.
No surprise with how productive he is. You're coming from a school that's D1, and Doran LeClaire has producing and being going into this game. He was one of the better guys going in. 7 points, 3 goals, 4 assists. And the draw is going to be won by Brockport as Thornhill gets it, but he automatically loses. Serrata does a good job getting out of his stick, and it'll be possession going to Oswego. As LeClaire already in this game, that was his second goal, has 3 points in this one as we're getting a little closer to the end here with 6:01 remaining in the fourth quarter. Oswego State up 11-5. So we're starting to see some blue skies out there as things have finally started to clear up. The rain has dissipated.
And I bet both teams are very happy about this. It has been very cold here so far.
And what a rip from Starwitz at the top of the key. You know it's a beautiful shot that goes in off the crossbar, off the post. It is a crisp sound, and he just rifles it past Kulik as the Lakers are on a roll and are basically driving a train that cannot be stopped as they go up 12-5, and Kulik will be replaced for the first time this season as coming in for Brockport. It is, looks like they switched it out as the freshman that is going to be coming in is Luke Lamoureux from Horseheads, the 5'11", 275-pound goalie.
Yeah, coming in here as a freshman, it's very important. Although you're down 7, to still give it everything you got in goal here. There's still a lot of time left in this game, and he could help lead this Brockport team to a victory if he can hold off this Laker offense.
And it's also a prove-it moment for Lamoureux. His first time being out there, getting some PT. Can he at least be shown to be a reliable goalie when it counts?
Exactly. It really comes down to that. There's still 5 minutes left in this game. You're getting put in for the first time this season. Coming off the bench, it's been pouring the whole game. It's cold, but you got to be warm, and if you play well, you could possibly earn a little bit more playing time for the rest of the season, especially since Kulik has let up 12 goals so far this game, and they're putting in another goalie.
And the pass is off, and Wright is definitely kicking himself for that one. But yeah, looking at the stats for Kulik in the game, finished with 12 goals allowed, but 15 saves regardless for a 55.6 save percentage. So, looks like play actually got stopped for a second. I think they started a little too early. But overall, you got to say, even for Kulik, even though he got pulled, 55.6 save percentage, not bad whatsoever, getting 15 saves as well in the contest.
Yeah, he, although let up 12 goals, played a phenomenal game. He had some beautiful saves, amazing plays, getting the ball up and out very quickly. And this could have been a much bigger win margin for the Lakers if he didn't have the game that he did today. 15 saves, almost at his 20 save average that he's put up throughout the last 4 games. So although it didn't go as he planned, he still played a phenomenal game. And it's going to be another offsides call, another flag on the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, I don't know if it was, by the looks of it, I think it was for offsides. They didn't call it for what almost looked like a stick check to the head. Now the feed over to, and a nice save by Lamoureux, his first career save on the shot from Elston, but again, a penalty. Actually, it's going to be a cross-checking call going against Brockport, so they'll get a decent man up. But, yeah, I mean, Kulik has been doing everything he can to try and keep his team in the game. going in, Brockport on average allow 55.5 shots per game from the opposing team. So another man up here for Oswego State. It is their 8th man-up opportunity. This is a 1-minute penalty going against Chaffin for cross-checking. Ball being cycled around as Elston will feed it over to Coney. Coney gets it again. Good defensive pressure from this Brockport man down here as Coney fires a shot, and I think that went off the helmet of, looks like it was not Thomas, but it went off the helmet of Kieran Reagan. Kind of shook his head a little bit, definitely felt that one. Coney gets it up top again to Starwitz with 35 seconds on the shot, on the man up. Shot from Elston, and it's wide right. They'll be backed up by Trey Jones. 3:22 left to go in this fourth quarter of action, as Jones will take it out. Feeds it up top to Coney. Now next to Starwitz, and now they'll rotate. Elston fires a shot, and that was deflected off of another Brockport player, as that one off of Thornhill. 16 seconds on the shot clock, and same for the man up. As Jones will take it out as he was able to back it up. Coney feeds it up again to Starwitz. Now he tries to get a pick. Elston back to Coney. Rips the shot, and he snipes the bottom right corner. Hayden Coney with a howitzer, a shot right by Lamoureux. He had no time to even try and save it as the Lakers go up 13-5. Their 6th man-up goal of the game.
Yeah, Braden, we were talking about this a little bit earlier previously to the match, and we were talking personally about it all comes down to the defensive side and the penalty troubles that Oswego and Brockport have gotten themselves into early in the season, and it has really showed in this matchup. There has been 16 penalties over the course of this game, and the Lakers have really been able to capitalize off of the opportunities that they have been given from this Brockport defense.
And the man-down unit has been great, too, facing one of the better man-up units in the entire Empire 8. Again, they went in with a 33.3 success rate, second in the Empire 8. Well, actually, third in the Empire 8, so they're facing a really good man-up unit, and they've done a good job really just shutting them down, only allowing 2 man-up goals. That's the pass to Devine, a little behind him, but he was still able to secure it. Goes to the roll dodge, and another dodge, and he just gets it off. Good work from Seamus Devine to use the body to try and shrug off the defenders. As Weeks will have it for Oswego State, as we start to see some other guys come out, as Sam Coleman is also out there for the Lakers. Weeks drives his way through the lane. It looks like we're going to start to see some of the backups come in for the Lakers.
That's going to be Griffin Mahoney, Ryan Behringer, and Cameron Holdsworth on the attack now after Coach Andrew Daly subbed in all of his players.
And Coleman gets it on the bouncer through the 5-hole. His first career goal in collegiate lacrosse. 14-5, Oswego State.
That's always a very special moment, especially as a freshman, being able to get playing time on a team like this, a very competitive O-Midi style team. Getting your first career point, that's always very special. That's going to be something that he remembers for the rest of his life.
Absolutely. As now also Serrata is not taking the draws anymore for Oswego State. Instead, it looks like it is Kyler Butcher, the sophomore. First time getting some playing time this season, as the faceoff was won successfully by Brockport, but they lose it right off the bat. It was Vinny Finale who was starting to get some playing time out there. So no Luke Hopkins. Less than 2 minutes to go in this final quarter of play. As now we're going to start to see some other young freshmen come out for Brockport, as Jared Hazen's out there. Rourke Perry gets it to Ange. Lines up for the shot, and the bouncer is just wide.
And we have a goalie change for Oswego here, too. That is number 26, Tyler Novak, who subbed in for Seamus Hand. Hand with the absolute phenomenal game today. He ended up having 9 saves and a 64.3 save percentage. A phenomenal game for him, helping lead this Lakers defense to only 5 goals allowed.
Funny enough, it is the same exact stat line that he had when he faced Brockport a year and a day ago last season. The same exact stat line, 64.3 save percentage, 9 saves, 5 goals allowed. As you see now, some defensive changes also for Brockport. Brad Len, the Lancaster native, out there, along with the senior Colvin Chives, with less than a minute to go. A chance out in front, and the shot, not much on that one. It's now Brad Len battling for the ball. Is also trying to secure it was Mahoney. Ball rolls out. Good defensive work by Brad Len. And look at it to Lamoureux. Feeds it off to Rourke Perry as they try to get the clear going. Nice little swim dodge on his part as he tries to roll his way through and just bullies his way through. Good work, just moving his way through Cam Shear. And they get the shot off, and that's another goal for Brockport. As they at least get one back on that, as they cut the lead to 14-6.
That's going to be Mason Michael third goal of the season, one including his goal just now. That was a great goal, shorthanded for Brockport. They were able to get a quick shot off and put this game into an 8-point margin.
Finale wins the draw, but just loses it. Now trying to race to get the ball back is Joey Cersina. Joe Cersina gets the feed. On low pass to Savastano. Another chance, and whoa, the shot a little wide from Bessesi, as that will do it. Oswego State gets their first winning streak of the season. 2 games in a row they have won after winning against Alfred on Saturday, 11-9. Brockport falls to 0-5 to start this year. They kept it really close, but Oswego it almost like Brockport just kind of ran out of gas early.
Yeah, as I had mentioned earlier, Oswego so far this season has not been a second-half team, but Brockport has. And Brockport just did not seem to have that intensity coming out of the second half. They still played very hard, but it just didn't look like the connection, the communication, everything just didn't look like it was flowing together like it was the first half, and it showed on the scoreboard.
And just a last quick look at some of the stats. Shots on goal, 30-16 in favor of Oswego State. Total shots, 51-28 in favor of Oswego State. Again, the man-up unit, absolutely terrific, and man-down for Oswego State. Their man-up was 6 of 7. Their man-down unit, 6 of 8, as Brockport only got 2 man-up goals. Ground balls, got a little closer as the game went along, 46 in favor of Oswego State to 30 of Brockport. And then the caused turnovers pretty close to being even, 15 for Oswego State, 10 for Brockport. And then the faceoffs also played a huge role. Sirota had a huge game, 15 faceoff wins for Oswego State, only 9 for Brockport out of 24 total faceoffs. And then finally, the other big thing, too, this is the other stat line that's really interesting. Because we know Oswego was going into this game, the clears were a little bit of an issue for them compared to Brockport. Oswego State was perfect on their clears, 18 of 18. Brockport, though, 15 of 25.
Yeah, that is absolutely huge for this Lakers clearing team here. It is very important in matchups like this to be able to get the ball over the midfield as many times as possible. And in college lacrosse, the recommended like above average clearing percentage is about 85%. And the Lakers blew that out of the water today, going 18 for 18, 100% clear percentage. I don't know the last time that I saw a team do that.
Yeah, it is like 18 to 18 is insane. But before we step away here quick, thank you very much. Here, this is your play-by-play commentator, Braden Peters, alongside with my color commentator and former defenseman for the Lakers, and Matt Rudolph. For the rest of the crew at WTOP 10, thanks for watching.